Welcome to Sex Positive Gaming. I'm Annie, and today we're looking at WVM. This is a visual novel about a basketball player who has to make the difficult choice between having sex with almost all the girls or most of the girls. Yep, it's another harem game. The biggest difference between WVM and almost all other harem games is the ability to pursue a romantic relationship with the best friend, who is optionally trans. Usually optional trans interactions are one-offs or side characters. Here, we are given the option to develop a relationship with the main character, like an actual relationship. I'll talk about this more in my next flavor of the week, but this is really rare in adult games. There are two main paths to follow that hinge on your decision to cheat on your girlfriend or not. With lighthearted and romantic moments as well as callous douchebaggery, WVM reminds me a lot of 2020's adult game of the year, Being a Dick. WVM has a lot of things going for it, a very aggressive update schedule of every 2 weeks, a talented developer, and it's very, very popular. Its Patreon launched in late August of 2019, and as of recording of this video, it's already earning over $20,000 a month. From a flavor standpoint, this is a mostly heterosexual harem experience. You are able to interact with almost all of the women in the game, sometimes solo and sometimes in a group. There is the option to interact with trans characters, including the best friend, but the scenes are a little limited currently in that they're all very protagonist dominant. The game seems to also be moving in the direction of heavy impregnation themes given how the story is developing. Visually, the backgrounds are great and the sexual interactions are very smooth. Sadly, there are a lot of characters with eyes that seem kinda lifeless and, to be honest, a little creepy. On top of that, the lighting in the game kinda makes it look like the protagonist is wearing a mining helmet. These are expected issues with first-time game makers that will hopefully be resolved as the game continues to develop. Visual novels are a very crowded space in this industry. The lack of minigames, collectibles, and other mechanics limits replayability and places a greater need for the art and story to excel. Currently, the developer is working on their own and has stated that they are struggling to keep up with demand, but reluctant to hire on help. From their Patreon, WVM is my baby, and I'm not good at managing others. I really don't want to give any creative roles to others that directly influence the game, but there are some things I could use help with. I've mentioned them before, but I should hire a programmer and an artist, in the works. A programmer to help with some cool features like the calendar and interactive character sheets, and an artist for different teams' logos and some clothing. Don't get me wrong, an interactive character sheet sounds awesome, but if you want to keep up with demand and keep releasing every 2 weeks, you need help with your character models and your story. Making a game is hard. Making a game by yourself is even harder. Now add the extra pressure of this game becoming more and more popular. In this industry, this often leads to burnout and delayed or cancelled projects, and I would hate to see such a promising developer suffer a similar fate. WVM is a good game with a lot of promise, but currently it is a stripped-down version of Being a Dick. Being a Dick has better models, better lighting, playable minigames, collectibles, and a more experienced developer. As far as I can tell, the sole advantage of WVM is the option to explore actual relationships with trans characters. I do understand that this can be a big deal for many gamers, and if this is one of your flavors, then I think you'd really enjoy WVM. Let me know what you think, and as always, no shaming, just gaming.